It is the last day of the year, and that means it is time to show you my January TBR so that we are prepared for the new month. I picked 11 books for my January TBR, and the first two are ebooks. The first one is a review copy I got by the publisher. It is Hero by Katie Buckley. The synopsis sounded super interesting and intriguing, and I can't wait to read it in January. And the second ebook is a book that was on my TBR for a while now. I read the first book of the trilogy a few years ago with some friends. It is Us Against You by Fredrik Backman, the second book in the Beartown trilogy. The first book was surprisingly heavy in topics, and there should have been a trigger warning because none of us was prepared for the topics that were handled here. But we were all three in the buddy read positively surprised by the book, and we all liked it really much, but none of us was ready to read the second book in the trilogy until now. So I put it on my January TBR so we can read it then together. And the next book is also a buddy read because you know at this point that I love buddy reads. It is The Dagger and the Flame by Catherine Doyle, the first book in the City of Phantom series. Duology, trilogy, I don't know, but it is a new series. The synopsis was super intriguing, and we are a few people now in the buddy read, so it will be chaotic to read this and read all the comments we write, because we don't all read the chapters at the same time, because life. On the back it says, "In a deadly game of revenge, the most dangerous mistake of all is falling in love." I can't wait to read this in January. I bought this together with Warbreaker in November at Waterstones, so it has beautiful sprayed edges. The next book for my TBR is also the start of a new series. It is Lights Out by Nevessa Allen, and it is also a buddy read for me that I read with different friends. So far 3 buddy reads, 3 different group of friends that I'm reading this with. This is for my dark romance girlies, and it is a dark rom-com, a stalker romance, and the audiobook should be really good. So I bought that too, to listen to the audiobook while I'm reading the physical copy. And the excerpts I heard or saw on TikTok to that were really hilarious. So I'm happy to read this next month. And I'm not only starting new series, I will also continue series. And the first one is the Ruthless Boys series by Caroline Peckham and Susan Valenti. The third book is called Vicious Fae, and at this point that I'm filming this, I started book 2 and have to read a lot until January, but I will definitely do that. And it is a bit chunky, but I think we will get a lot of drama, a lot of spice. I think it will also be surprising me with the plot and plot twists, so I'm here for it. By the way, also a book that I will discuss with friends, not in a buddy read because they already read the whole series, but they want to know every thought I have while reading this. And we have an extra Solaria Unhinged WhatsApp group to discuss everything to the point that is no spoiler for everyone. The Sharp Edge of Silence by Cameron Kelly Rosenblum is the next book on my list, and this will be my Thursday Read With Me book. It is young adult, it is dark academia, and the excerpt here intrigued me so much and was so well written and almost poetic in the writing that I had to buy it in 2024, and now it's time to read it. The next book is a German one. It is literary fiction and the first pick from my 25 for 2025 shelf. It is Nur vom Weltall aus ist die Erde blau by Björn Stefan. I know I read the synopsis as I bought it in 2022, but I can't remember what it's about, and at this point I will not read the synopsis again and let me surprise by what it's about. By the way, I do this a lot. I will read synopsis when I buy the books, and at the point I will read the books I have totally forgotten what it's about, and I just know the genre and that it intrigued me. The next book is also from my 25 for 2025 list. It is Love Letters to the Dead by Ava de Libera. Also a book that I bought years ago, and I know nothing about this at this point, but I will let me surprise, and I think there are love letters to the dead, so it will be a devastating read. But everybody seemed to love it back then, so I hope I will love it too. And then we have the biggest chunk of a book. It is my Sunday Read With Me, so you know it is Cosmere Universe by Brandon Sanderson. It is the first book in the Stormlight Archive series, The Way of Kings. And no, I will not read the whole book in January. I set myself a goal from 100 pages per week, and that means I will read the book in about 3 months. So it will take time, but hopefully I will enjoy it. As I've heard, this should be the best series by him, and I really like Mistborn, so I have now high expectations on The Way of Kings. I think I get a glimpse of this world in Dress of the Emerald Sea, because I think one of the main characters was from this world. It is all speculation at this point because I don't know this series yet, but I will definitely change that in January. And now I have 2 books left from a series that I will continue. It is the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. These are book 13 and 14 in German, so it is book 7 in English. It is called Lover Avenged in English, and it is the story of Rev. Not my favorite character of the series, I have to admit, and it is also a reread. We have a few rereads left, but not that much. I will start on my TBR books in April, but I have to read the rereads first, and I will read Rev's story in January. So here we are now. This is my TBR for the month, plus the 2 ebooks, and fingers crossed that I will read them all in January. I'm optimistic that I will do that, and please tell me in the comments what you want to read in January. Have you read some of the books I told you about? Like the video if you wanna, follow my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye!